Welcome to the Jan Podcast, Season 1, Episode 35. I am your host, Jan. Of course I am, right? Yeah, I don't have a co host today, but today I'm going to wing it. It's going to be one of those days, and I'm just going to go right into my peeve because I have one. I always have a peeve. I could have a peeve for traffic every single day. Every day I'm amazed how people get their license. Today's peeve involves country driving. All right, so I'm on the country driving. I'm taking the back roads to avoid stressing out on the freeway. So I stress out on the back roads instead, right? So I'm cruising along and there's a truck, like some kind of farm truck, and it's loaded down, so it's going super slow. And when a farm truck, I'm talking about like a, like 48-foot truck. It's going slow, and there's a person behind it, and they're either scared to pass or they're comfortable going that speed. I don't know which one it is, but it was annoying, the 30 fucking cars that were stuck behind it. And I don't know about your state, but in California, you can't pass two cars at once, okay? You can't cross a double yellow line, and half that road is double yellow line. And when it does have the passability, there's a car in the other lane, and you can't pass. And then by the time it opens up again, the fucking line's solid, okay? It's evil. And if you obey the law and you do exactly like you're supposed to, you're stuck behind that truck all the way up to the next fucking highway. And that sucks, okay? Because that can tack like another 15 goddamn minutes onto your trip home, and that's the last thing you want. So my peeve is the people that trap you there, and you're the car behind that car, or even the car behind that car that's afraid to pass two cars, right? So, I mean, you got to make that decision, and at some point, the cars behind you are pressuring you to go. So, I will go. If I'm the car behind the truck, I'm 100% going. 100% going. If I'm the car behind the car that's not going, it depends on how slow they're going. If they're going that slow, like freaking 25 miles per hour in a 40, 45, then yeah, I'm gonna pass them both. But I'll do it safely. If I see enough space, I'll go. And it's amazing how many cars are like shoom 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 right behind me. I'm like fuck. But yeah, that's maddening. You're kind of being trapped, so to speak. Just kind of sucks. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Oh man, I was watching a cartoon the other day, and it reminded me of when I was younger. We had a cartoon called Chip and Dale, and I'm sure a lot of you guys remember Chip and Dale. They were little, I think they were chipmunks, huh? Chip and Dale. I don't know, but one of their little things that they did, like I think they were like what were the crows? Remember the crows? Oh damn it, I can't remember the crow's name. There was this crows. They were just like the crows. One was American and one was British or had accent. One had an American accent, one had a British accent. But Chippendale, one of their little things was they picked up this little an apple, right? And they ate it, and then they had the apple core in their hand, and they would say apple core, and the other one would say Baltimore, and then they'd say, "Who's your friend?" And you say, "Me." Bam! They hit him with the apple core. And that left a solid memory for me and my sister. Hmm. Mug whoop, yeah. Yes, a solid memory because from that point on, any apple core in the house was going to get tossed at somebody. So you had to think long and hard. You had to have a quick apple core response right away or you were going to get nailed. It was great. The good old days. God, it had to be like fifth, sixth grade maybe. That reminds me of like my sixth grade. Honestly, my sixth grade year was the best year of school that I ever had in my whole life. Not that my senior year wasn't kick back, easy, laid back, whatever. Sixth grade was just uber special for me. I had such a great teacher, Mr. Buttles. He did just such a great job of getting all of us engaged in class. in everything that we did, and he would do things that were like fun and exciting, and he was very driven. We do drives to make money to go do things, and I mean we had a paper drive. I'm sure a lot of you guys are too young to remember having a newspaper delivered to your house every day, but that used to be what it was. As a matter of fact, I used to deliver them for my friend when he went on vacation. They would have stacks of that shit in their yard. Like, what the fuck do I do with it? Throw it in the trash or whatever. But it was all about recycling. We were really big on recycling right then. So we would have drives, like paper drives, and we'd go out and we'd get all the newspapers we could get. We'd have like wagons, kids with fucking wagons full of fucking newspaper, trucks backing up just full of newspapers, and they'd put it in this giant dumpster. And of course, it was probably only like a fucking 40 yard by 40 yard, but when you were a kid, it looked like the Grand Canyon. It was so big. I swear it took me an hour to get to the top. But yeah, we'd fill it all up, and then we'd weigh it out, accordingly to get credit for whatever, and then we'd go recycle it, and then we did enough recycling and just other kinds of drives to pay for a plane trip to fly. I think it was either from Sac to L.A. or from San Francisco to L.A. I want to say it was San Francisco to L.A., but I can't remember. I'm a fucking kid. But yeah, I can't remember, but I remember it was fun. Um, I remember I bought a giant roll of Tootsie Rolls. It was a huge Tootsie Roll container that could turn into a bank, and I still use it. I still have it, and I still use it. I'm very thrifty. Yeah, right, thrifty. That's what they call it. But yeah, it was fun. Mr. Buttle's class was amazing. Um, it was a good lesson, and not that I didn't already have it, because by then I was already mowing lawns and raking leaves, but it was also a good lesson to remind you that hard work, there's some fruit at the end. You know what I mean? There's some fruit at the end of that tree. It pays off to keep digging in, and that's I kind of took that with me. Anyone that knows me, especially from work, knows that I'm a driver. I go go go. I can't help it. I have to. It's just my nature. But when I get home, I'm done, done, done. And anyone that knows me knows I sit on my ass and I'm too tired because I went all day. Yeah. But yeah. I was thinking about when I was younger, I wanted a waterbed so flippin' bad. I mean, I wanted one so bad. And I can't remember when I finally got to like lay on one and I was like, "Oh no, fuck no." I was like, "Oh God, what the fuck is the appeal? Wait a minute, no." Yeah, no, I changed my mind quick. I was like, "Yeah, no." I've even tried airbeds and I'm just like, "Nah, they're rough. They're rough." But the waterbeds, we wanted the waterbeds so bad, and yeah, no. It's one of those you want it so bad, and then you get it, and it's not what you thought it was going to be. The disappointment, you're like, really? Damn it, man. Damn it, man. Like hook rugs. I remember we were learning how to make these little hook rugs. I don't know if you guys remember what those are. It's almost like it has a pattern, and you put the little yarn through it, but the yarn's only like maybe 2 inches long, and you just pull it through, and then it's like a rug, but you can't use it, and you can't hang it on the wall because it's a freaking dust magnet. So it was fun, but yeah, they were completely useless. Just dust trappers, I guess. I mean, I don't know. But it also reminded me of tube socks and tube tops. So both of those were not so great. One covered way too little, and one covered way too much. Okay, the tube top. I have one tube top that I wore with maybe I had like this shirt that I wore over it for a picture, and even then I was nervous as hell wearing a fucking tube top. I mean, it was just dangerous wearing a tube top, and it just didn't cover much either. Um, and then I had of course, I played soccer, so I had freaking tube socks up to my hips. I mean, I hate tube socks, man. Oh God, you'd wear them and they're hot, and then they'd slide a little bit. I'd just push them down to my ankles, and I'd have a big wad of sock down at my ankles. My friends would roll them down. I'm like, yeah. It's no hot. And then you see like the little kids, because maybe that's a child's view of it. Because as an adult, I look at the little kids running around with their freaking tube socks and their knee pads and their shorts that hang down low. You can't even see their little fucking legs. It's just you don't even know where the knee is. It's just all giant sock and shorts and knee pads. It's so cute. But when you're the little kid, it's not so cute. You're like, what the hell is this? But yeah, it was funny. One of those thoughts. I remember also when we used to bowl, um they would give out like they give out trophies, but they also gave out like tons of patches. Like if you got like a high score or something for that week or your high score for you, they give you a patch with that number that you bowled and you could literally iron it onto your bowling shirt. So I had bowling shirts, and I doubt they're around still, but I had bowling shirts with all my little iron-on patches on them. It was pretty cool, but they were stiff, right? So, but yeah, it was kind of cool to wear your little bowling shirt with all your little patch awards on it and stuff, because it's not like you can bring all your damn trophies in and set them down, but that was kind of fun. Um, the good old days when you kept your own score, right? In a smoke-filled bowling alley. But yeah, I think the iron-on patches that were the funniest were my mom would always try to salvage my jeans because I played hard. I'd go slide or tackle, play football, and I'd rip the knee of my jeans from end to end, from seam to seam, every fucking time. She'd get so mad. She'd go out and get those damn patches, those iron-on knee patches. She'd iron them on my pants. God, I hated it. It made my knee so stiff. Well, yeah, maybe I'll take better care of my clothes, but no, pretty much no. She could sew, so I could get away with a lot because she was actually really good with a sewing machine. So I could trash it and she could fix it. Not that that was a good idea, for God's sakes. That was never a good idea. I don't remember if I spoke about KTEL already. KTEL. You remember the KTEL albums? They came with the mixed artists on it, and some of them you would never get those artists together ever. Like I would never hear Sonny and Cher and what the fucking Four Tops on the same radio channel. It would never happen. So it would give you like a real broad variety too, like different artists, and I really enjoyed it because it gave me artists that I never would have had the opportunity of even hearing because I wouldn't listen to that genre. Not that I wouldn't, it just wasn't what I was listening to. So it kind of opened up, it opened up. I mean, I remember hearing Prince and Hall and Oates on the same album, and it was cool. We used to make mixtapes off of them. We make our mixtapes off the radio too, of course. But yeah, you could. I used to play my drums to it. There were songs on there that you could really pound the drums to. It was pretty fun. I really liked KTEL. I had at least three of their albums. Can't remember which ones, but there was two of them in particular that I listened to all the time, and I think that's where I heard Leonard Skinner for the first time. I heard a lot of bands for the first time on a KTEL album, so it wasn't just Casey Kasem and the top 100 countdown that you'd listen to all fucking morning Sunday. How funny. But yeah, I am trying I signed up for this thing called Gardio, and I just signed up for like a year to check it out, and it's supposed to help protect you from scam sites and scam like if you're on Facebook and you want to buy something and you go into it to see, sometimes you don't know if it's a real ad or if it's a scam ad, and Guardia will tell you, oh yeah, look out, this ad's a scam. It also protects your browser for your computer, gives you the like an extension to protect your browser. It also can protect like your emails and your text messages. It can monitor your phone. So I mean, does a lot. Gives you a lot of bang for your buck. So I mean, check it out. Especially now with so much AI crap rolling around, it's just being abused horribly, and there's no one to regulate that shit. So it's just you don't know what you're looking at anymore. And, I can't tell that the N in the name of the site that I'm looking at is a different fucking font. The fuck do I know? You don't want to take that chance. So, Hopefully, we're going to see how cardio works out. I'll let you know later on. Maybe by the end of next month, I'll let you know and see how it works. If it catches shit, I'll let you know. If it's a good bang for your buck. But if it isn't, I'll also let you know because I don't bullshit. I'm going to tell you the truth. Uh-oh. I think I'm gonna write a song. I think I remember. I don't know how long you've been listening, but I wrote a song about Caboodle, my cat. uh, oh, speak of the devil. I was gonna write a song about Chupa, my new dog. I was gonna call Biter on the Floor to Riders on the Storm. It's gonna be Biter on the Floor. Thought that would be funny. So we'll see how that works out. I have a few other ones I'm thinking of too. Ouch. Okay. All right, well, Chupa says it's time to go, and I agree. She wants to eat, and I want to eat. I don't know what she wants to eat, but I want to eat. All right, I appreciate your time. Adopt, don't shop. Spay and neuter. You hear that, Chupa? Oh, shit. Yeah, she's like, oh. Spay and neuter. Enjoy Thanksgiving. Be thankful for what you have. Be thankful for what you had. Just be thankful. All right, and we'll catch you next week. Yeah, next week. Meh, meh, and meh. All right, peace out.